Obama. How do you see the relationship with Russia? Do you see him as a competitor?
Precondition means preparation.
I'm not parsing words.
Parsing
I'm
words,
using
my
the
friend.
same words that your advisors use. Please go ahead.
No lead question. Russia. Goes to you. 2 minutes, Senator Obama. How do you see the relationship with Russia? Do you see him as a competitor? Do you see him as an enemy? Do you see him as a potential partner?
Well, I think that given what's happened over the last several weeks and months, our entire Russian approach has to be evaluated because a resurgent and very aggressive Russia is a threat to the peace and stability of the region. Their actions in Georgia were unacceptable. They were unwarranted. And at this point, it is absolutely critical for the next president to make clear that we have to follow through on our six-point ceasefire. They have to remove themselves from South Ossetia and Abkhazia. It is absolutely important that we have a unified alliance and that we explain to the Russians that you cannot be a 21st century superpower or power and act like a 20th century dictatorship. And we also have to affirm all the fledgling democracies in that region. The Estonians, the Lithuanians, the Latvians, the Poles, the Czechs, that we are in fact going to be supportive and in solidarity with them in their efforts. They are members of NATO, and to countries like Georgia and the Ukraine, I think we have to insist that they are free to join NATO if they meet the requirements, and they should have a membership action plan immediately to start bringing them in. Now, we also can't return to a Cold War posture with respect to Russia. It's important that we recognize there are going to be some areas of common interest. One is nuclear proliferation. They have not only 15,000 nuclear warheads, but they've got enough to make another 40,000, and some of those loose nukes could fall into the hands of al-Qaeda. This is an area where I've led on in the Senate, working with a Republican ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Dick Lugar, to deal with the proliferation of loose nuclear weapons. That's an area where we're going to have to work with Russia, but we have to have a president who is clear that you don't deal with Russia based on staring into his eyes and seeing his soul. You deal with Russia based on what are the national security interests of the United States of America, and we have to recognize that the way they've been behaving lately demands a sharp response from the international community and our allies.
2 minutes on Russia, Senator McCain.
Well, I was interested in Senator Obama's reaction to the Russian aggression against Georgia. His first statement was, both sides ought to show restraint. Again, a little bit of naivete there. He doesn't understand that Russia committed serious aggression against Georgia. And Russia has now become a nation fueled by petrodollars that is basically a KGB apparatchik-run government. I looked into Mr. Putin's eyes, and I saw three letters, a K, a G, and a B. And their aggression in Georgia is not acceptable behavior. I don't believe we're going to go back to the Cold War. I am sure that that will not happen. But I do believe that we need to bolster our friends and allies. And that wasn't just about a problem between Georgia and Russia. It had everything to do with energy. There's a pipeline that runs from the Caspian through Georgia through Turkey. And of course, we know that the Russians control other sources of energy into Europe, which they have used from time to time. It's not accidental that the presidents of Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, Poland, and Ukraine flew to Georgia, flew to Tbilisi, where I have spent significant amount of time with a great young president, Misha Saakashvili. And they showed solidarity with them, but also they are very concerned about the Russian threats to regain their status of the old Russian Empire. Now, I think the Russians ought to understand that we will support, we, the United States, will support the inclusion of Georgia and Ukraine and the natural process, inclusion into NATO. We also ought to make it very clear that the Russians are in violation of their ceasefire agreement. They have stationed additional troops in Abkhazia and South Ossetia. By the way, I went there once, and we went inside and drove in, and there was a huge poster. And this is This is Georgian territory, and there was a huge picture of Vladimir Putin, and it said, Vladimir Putin, our president. It was very clear the Russian intentions towards Georgia. They were just waiting to seize the opportunity. So this is a very difficult situation. We want to work with the Russians, but we also have every right to expect the Russians to behave in a fashion in keeping with a country who respects international boundaries and the norms of international behavior. And watch Ukraine. This whole thing has got a lot to do with Ukraine, Crimea, the base of the Russian fleet in Sevastopol, and the breakdown of the political process in Ukraine between Tymoshenko and Yushchenko is a very serious problem. So watch Ukraine, and let's make sure that the Ukrainians understand that we are their friend and ally.
Do you have a major difference with what he just said?
No, actually, I think Senator McCain and I agree for the most part on these issues. Obviously, I disagree with this notion that somehow we did not forcefully object to Russians going into Georgia. I immediately said that this was illegal and objectionable. And absolutely, I wanted a cessation of the violence because it put an enormous strain on Georgia. And that's why I was the first to say that we have to rebuild the Georgian economy and call for $1 billion that has now gone in to help them rebuild. Because part of Russia's intentions here was to weaken the economy to the point where President Saakashvili was so weakened that he might be replaced by somebody that Putin favored more. 2 points I think are important to think about when it comes to Russia. Number one is we have to have foresight and anticipate some of these problems. So back in April, I warned the administration that
Can you hear me now?
you had Russian peacekeepers in Georgian territory. That made no sense whatsoever. And what we needed to do was replace them with international peacekeepers and a special envoy to resolve the crisis before it boiled over. That wasn't done, but had it been done, it's possible we could have avoided the issue. The second point I want to make is the issue of energy. Russia is in part resurgent, and Putin is feeling powerful because of petrodollars, as Senator McCain mentioned. That means that we, as one of the biggest consumers of oil, 25% of the world's oil, have to have an energy strategy, not just to deal with Russia, but to deal with many of the rogue states we've talked about, Iran, Venezuela. And that means, yes, increasing domestic production and offshore drilling, but we only have 3% of the world's oil supplies, and we use 25% of the world's oil. So we can't simply drill our way out of the problem. What we're going to have to do is to approach it through alternative energy like solar and wind and biodiesel, and yes, nuclear energy, clean coal technology. And I've got a plan for us to make a significant investment over the next 10 years to do that. And I have to say, Senator McCain and I think, agree on the importance of energy, but Senator McCain mentioned earlier the importance of looking at a record. Over 26 years, Senator McCain voted 23 times against alternative energy like solar and wind and biodiesel. And so we've got to walk the walk and not just talk the talk when it comes to energy independence, because this is probably going to be just as vital for our economy and the pain that people are feeling at the pump and winter's coming and home heating oil, as it is our national security and the issue of climate change that's so important.
Talking about politics coming from a view of
Web.com's AI builder makes it easy. Simply tell us some info about your brand, and in a minute, the AI builder designs an eye-catching website to showcase your idea. Wherever you are, you can use our AI tools to quickly and easily write copy for your
talking
website.
about politics coming from a view of the streets, you know what I'm saying, dog? We're not coming from professional view. We're not lawyers. None of that shit that's on TV. You know what I'm saying? We come straight from the hood. The hood view. You know? Representation of black people crying on the bench because we don't know who Clarence Thomas is representing. He's sitting on the Supreme Court, sitting on a bench, smelling like cocoa butter.
Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're live. Welcome.
Yes, we is. to Hoodview Politics.
Well,
We'll be going to a deep, detailed dive into politics from a hood point of view. I'm Rabbit Jones.
and I'm Tony, the number one soul brother. And this is the Hood View Politics, HPP that is, Saturday night all the way live stream.
And if you're new here, you don't know what to expect. You been here before, you know what's going on here.
Now, if you're new here,
We
where the hell you
chasing
been?
magas and coons. Magas and coons. You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Yep.
So much to get into. First of all, the podcast last night. Anybody that saw there was no sound.
They saw it, but they didn't hear it.
You know what I'm saying? So appreciate everybody left a message to say, y'all ain't got no damn sound, but cool. It was too late.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Again, we walking off the street. Hood podcast,
Shit.
hood
happened.
mics, hood everything. We the motherfucking producers. We the motherfucking writers. We the motherfucking we it. Me and my man here is it, my niggas. You know what I'm saying, dog?
That's
So that's
it.
what you get. You know what I'm
That's
saying, dog?
all.
So hey, whatever happens, happens. That shit is what it is. It's baked in the cake. Ghetto shit, hood shit is us. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody to subscribe, lady. Appreciate you a whole lot. You know what I'm saying, dog? Because we trying
Good
to
Lord.
expand this thing to get as many black people as possible to listen to facts in this election, so we can continue on and so they can make the right decisions
Say it
overall.
again.
You know what I'm saying, dog? In this political cycle, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be definitely here after this motherfucking election, but right now we deep into facts over fiction right now before the election starts. You know what I'm saying, dog? Appreciate everybody tuning in. And let's get it in. We got a lot to get into. You know what I'm saying, dog? We got Burn Donalds being an asshole as usual.
Oh, fuck him.
You know what I'm saying, dog? We got wakaflocka.
Fuck him too.
That's a new one. Should be in the frying pan. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah. Well,
Oh, we got a lot to get into,
fire the
man.
stove.
Now, what do you think? What do you think now? Let's start this thing off the break. What everybody's talking about.
What are you talking about?
Changing Biden for whoever. You know what I'm saying, dog? Now, if you ain't been following our podcast,
Right.
y'all already know for a
Where you
fact
been?
that we all in. You know what I'm saying, dog? Switching shit around, moving around chess pieces and shit is irrelevant to us right now.
I don't want that shit.
We need y'all to keep.
I don't want
And first of all, we got a beef with all Democrats on motherfucking Congress, Senate, and on TV. Y'all some pussies, and we ain't got no more time for y'all assholes. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Suckers.
Not only that, y'all refuse to let your Democratic motherfucking nominee, first of all, and sitting president, right, flow through this nomination without you being a Republican ass kisser and hitting them and hitting them and hitting them.
Yeah.
Get on board, baby. Because regardless of who the fuck is running in the Democratic Party, all their values fall in line with the black culture. Period.
Like that.
Bottom line. And if the mag out there disagree, come on this motherfucking talk to us.
The door.
ASAP. You know what I'm
Open.
saying, dog? Talk to him. Number one soul brother. We've been
Well,
missing.
You know, as I was saying last night, before we had a little technical difficulties, so I'll say it again tonight.
What's
Check
up,
it
Mr.
out.
Judge? Appreciate you
Yeah,
tuning
right,
in
Mr.
too.
Judge, right on. Look, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you dams right now. I don't know what the problem is. We got a president who's one of the most successful presidents of all time, and he done it in 4 years.
Now,
What's the problem?
again, when you say stuff like that, people look at you like, man, you tripping. You just sucking Biden ass.
Yeah, motherfucker told me that earlier. Somebody told me on TikTok that I done took the money. I ain't took no money, brother. All I'm saying is to my fellow Democrats out there, look, you're not going to get Biden off the ticket. You're not going to get Kamala Harris off the ticket. It's not going to happen. We're going to have to dance with the people that brought us here. You dig? That's who we're going to have to roll with. So we got to stop all this bullshit. Get behind Joe and Kamala, and let's do the damn thing. He has one of the most successful presidencies ever, and he did it in 4 years. Look at all the shit he done passed, all the things that he got done. Come on, infrastructure, the CHIPS Act. You know, he done made Affordable Care Act even better. He done rebuilt NATO. Come on, he done did a lot. He done did a lot for us not to have to throw him under the bus after one debate.
He ended the war in Afghanistan, something that all liberals was crying and bitching and moaning about. Ended that. It's over. Don't worry about that anymore. He put up the most successful gun violence reduction act in history.
The guns and
Violence Against Women Act.
The Inflation Reduction
This is what Biden
Act.
did. Look, y'all asking us why we support him. I'm gonna tell you the list of shit he fucking done, and then you ask me, is that wrong and right? Violence Against Women Act, motherfuckers. You like that or not?
In the 80s.
Do you like it or not? I don't give a fuck you Republican, Independent. I don't give a fuck who you are. Violence Against Women Act. American Rescue Plan, which all fucking Republicans voted against. Like, we were literally still being the fucking hole
that's what it did.
of the pandemic hole right now. Because they wouldn't have passed anything like that Rescue Act. Trump wouldn't have passed it. The Congress wouldn't have passed it because they voted against it. And that saved our ass. That pulled us out of the shit Trump had us in the fucking house. Couldn't go to work. On motherfucking Skype. Working and shit. Everybody forgot that or not. You know what I'm saying? That happened. And that was somebody named Donald J. Trump. Orange Demon. That was president. He can't get up here and lie and then you just say, oh, yeah, you're right, Mr. No. He's just lying. Period. $35 cap on the insulin. He didn't do that. I don't give a fuck if it was 50 million people watching, 100 million people watching. He lied. And the whole week, media has been doing nothing but talk about how old Biden is. They can't come to us and say, hey, we doing our due diligence on this motherfucker in the Republican Party that says he won't be a dictator on day one. You're not doing these things simultaneously, motherfucker. I can feel you if you say, hey, that motherfucker debate, I feel uncomfortable. We're gonna start asking these questions. Cool. But let's not forget the other motherfucker lied 30 fucking times in a short span of time. Dig into the lies. I think that would take more time up than you asking. This nigga went on George Stephanopoulos, whatever the fuck this fool ass name is. And he gonna ask 92 questions the same way. The same shit, 92 different ways. Really? It's so much going on, bruh. We got Ukraine. We got unemployment at record motherfucking joints. We got the stock market at record motherfucking joints. And you gonna see it for a whole hour and ask me the same question as I'm old or not in 18 different ways. Really? And y'all think that shit is kosher? And this is a fucking campaign, bruh. Anything you do to the next man, you have to do to the other motherfucker. You have to do it to the other one just to be fair in a campaign where you got two people going against each other. You can't spend all your time ragging this man and not saying nothing about this one. This is a campaign. If I'm in your campaign, Biden, you already fucked up with that debate. Y'all had too many words in his mind. It should have been some short, quick sound bites and get that shit the fuck out of here. Now you want to have him with all these fucking figures in his head. He done flew over to Italy, flew over to motherfucking France, flew back, did that, did this, and you still want to have him 1,900 words in his mind. No, you dumbass. Let's pay attention to what's going on. You got a fool on the other side that ain't gonna say number 3 things. Border, immigration, and black people is a piece of shit. It's his only taglines. Why would you go in the motherfucking debate trying to have a whole bunch of motherfucking figures? Fuck that. Nothing but, that's why I said, bro, you need a fucking comedian in there ASAP. If you got to get Roland Martin in there ASAP. You got to get motherfucking, who's main man, that was with the 4 kings of comedy. He do political shit now. God damn it. He was in Kings of Comedy. It was Kings of Comedy. It was motherfucking, what's his name? All right, the Kings of Comedy, you had motherfucking my man Steve Harvey. You had
Cedric and DL.
DL Hurley. Get him in your campaign. Like, get people in that joint to shake it up. Get Roland Martin in there. Get some motherfuckers in that joint that's different looks. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep, I swear to God, bro. Don't foul up this campaign by, me personally, I'm with Biden. I don't give a fuck how old he is. I knew he was old when this shit started. So the motherfucking debate ain't changed a motherfucking thing for me. One thing it did was let me know, God damn, that motherfucker on the other side is a goddamn clown. You know what I'm saying, dog? And that's, I don't give a fuck if you switch Biden for motherfucking Kamala. I don't give a fuck. Long as everybody's on the same page of getting the guns out of the street, climate control, and motherfucking the same shit that motherfucking Biden been doing. If you doing that too, continue it. I don't give a fuck. But me personally, you got to stay on the same track for the 13 keys of motherfucking winning the White House. And we're going to go into that in a minute.
I believe you just said it all. Ain't nothing I can put to that.
And the fact that the Democrats themselves, not Republicans, not independents, the Democrats them fucking selves, right? Eat their own. You had a nominee, not just a nominee, a sitting president that had a bad motherfucker debate. And me, I watched the debate 3 times since then. It's not even as bad as the motherfucking media making it. That's the problem with this. They disconnected with human beings in America. That's why after the motherfucking debate, Biden got more money. And every time you see him in the crowds are bigger. And they said, Joe, Joe, Joe. Why? Because we see a motherfucker that's being beat the fuck up. Seriously. Not motherfucking Trump. We're faking with the shit. You got somebody that's in their party, in their own party eating. And you got motherfuckers on the other side sitting back just ain't even doing shit now because they ain't got nothing else to do. All these Democrats, y'all some fucking pussies, bruh. Pussies. I don't give a fuck who you are. I love you, Joy Reid, but you pussied out. You let these Republicans get away with bullshit. All of a sudden, y'all want to flip the ticket, snatch Biden out, and do whatever the fuck about to happen. Meanwhile, Republicans are dead set on putting a convict in there. You ever heard them say, let's break this shit up and have a convention? Anybody heard that yet? No. Democrats stop bullshitting and stop fucking yourself up. And that's what shit get us mad. Cause when me and my man get on this joint, we heard as fuck. We just walk in this joint. Y'all mute. The shit muted one time. Mike's fucked up one time. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we know one goddamn thing was right for the black culture. Period. I'm in my 40s. My man in his 50s. We done lived our life in DC and Maryland our whole fucking life. Through the war on drugs. I was in that war on drugs. So you're not going to tell me about no motherfucking 3 strikes and all that bullshit. Stop the bullshit. What's happening right now, you have a candidate that's a racist pig. In 2025, it's clear what they want to do. And you have another man on the other side is doing a lot of things for our culture. Period. I don't give a fuck who you are. $16 billion for HBCUs is not a sneeze. That's a lot of fucking money. Dedicated to colleges, black colleges, my guy. I don't give a fuck Republican, independent. That's real shit. $35 cap on insulin. That's real shit. College, getting your money the fuck back. How many black people been touched by that? So fuck the bullshit and let's get on reality. I don't give a fuck if Biden get up there and fall and fucking see slob on the mic. If that nigga make it to November, the whatever the 5th, that's all I need to get fucking Trump out of the picture. And y'all got to understand, this is it. He will be out the fucking picture, period. Him personally. His politics will still be in the Congress, still be lingering around. We got to get rid of all of them. But we got to realize that the Democrats can't eat yourself up in the middle of a fucking fight. It's ridiculous, bruh.
I can believe that. They just gotta, I don't know. They gotta cut the bullshit out. Either you gonna dance with the guy that brought you there, or you're gonna fuck it. Get a other side, just get a fucking other side of the election. Because what's gonna happen? You're either gonna implode from it within over some shit that turns out to be irrelevant. The only reason that the fucking debate is really being talked about is because certain motherfuckers in the media, CNN and the like, is keeping it going. As long as they can keep it going, as long as y'all allow them to keep it going, and don't turn the motherfucking page, because as long as they keep asking y'all questions and y'all going behind the man back and y'all going in secret and making secret phone calls and calling this one and saying this, that, and the third, it's a story. If you don't want it to be a story, you can end it tomorrow. That's all. You can end it tomorrow and don't have no more to worry about.
And Mr. Judge make a good point. Republicans don't do nothing but concentrate on erasing whatever the fuck the Democrat did before, right? They don't come in with no visions for the future. We're about to get into a minute where we got a lot of motherfucking misleaders and a lot of motherfucking celebrities that we gonna tap into tonight. But we just want to make it clear that, bruh, if you uphold certain values and certain policies, it's just that. It ain't who at the top of the ticket. We've been trying to tell y'all that. I've been trying to tell y'all that since the beginning. Whoever running is not, they're irrelevant. It's what the fucking party platform is. That's what's going to happen. That's what the Congress is going to vote on. That's what the Senate is going to vote on. The party platform. And the party platform for the Republicans is 2025. Period. You look that up. That's what they want to do. Trump can run around and say, I don't even know nothing about that. Bullshit. Because once they start sending that shit to him, he going to sign it. Period. Because they the ones that he begging now to put him in office. He run around begging billionaires. Hey, if you just give me this much money, I'll let you sign whatever the fuck and make the bills for the taxes. That type shit. If you're environmentalists, you just let motherfuckers pollute the motherfucking air. Just let them sign the bills. Fill out the bills and I'll sign it. Just give me money. That's what type of shit he on. And wherefore you know he be overseas somewhere trying to get money and say, you know what? I won't even fuck with y'all if y'all just give me money. Russia, I won't fuck with you. Just give me some money. You can do whatever the fuck you want out of it. That's the shit we working with, bruh. Dumb shit like that. Stupid shit, bruh. And then he got black people out this joint just co-signing him, going around the country talking bullshit. We got, what's his name? Byron, the fuck him. Byron Donald, whatever the fuck his name is. That one in Georgia. Damn. This motherfucker, bro. I don't know if you even seen this. He was in Atlanta in a motherfucking cigar joint, right? Mm-hmm. Him and another motherfucker, conservative black man, right? And he get in there talking the same stuff he been talking. Jim Crow was a good time and all that. You know what I'm saying? The normal bullshit coming out these niggas' mouths. Now, the key point to me and Tony is they are Republicans, black Republicans, but they spewing off hateful, racist shit out their mouths, blocking bills that's against us, which is somebody going to point out to him in this clip where he voted against bringing down a statue that has a black American back in the 1700s, which was black women taking care of white fucking kids. He had a soldier coming home, and the statue was showing the slave woman holding a white baby, handed to the soldier while the soldier kissed him. Right? Now, you might say, what's that? That's huge for him to vote against tearing that down as a black man. And Tony been trying to make this clear to y'all the whole time. That if you're going to be black in the Republican Party, okay, you do what you're going to do. But you can't let shit like this happen. Under your fucking note, do you help it? Right? So he in Atlanta in a cigar joint, right? And people confronting him now. This is the first time it's black men. Now he has a black crowd. There's no setup, right? Like the church, we got white people sitting around everywhere and all that. Y'all set the shit up. This is an open door joint, where it's a cigar joint where people just come in and out, right? And it's mostly in a black neighborhood where it's going to be black people in this thing, walking in and out, not paying attention. They also got their stage people there, right? But they outnumbered now. Once you got it in this thing in the hood where people are freely to come in and out, right? It's going to be way outnumbered, no matter how many people you stage in there, right? Correct. So now, first of all, the first clip I want to play is Byron Donaldson. First of all, I want y'all to hear first of all, it's two black people in the crowd, right? I don't know if they activists. I'm not sure if they, you know what I'm saying, but they know their shit, first of all. Just like me and Tony, we walk off the streets. We're not professionals in nothing, but y'all ain't gonna debate the facts. I like to talk about the colors and how we talking in the mics, but y'all don't talk about the facts at all. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all Byron, whatever his name. He on Miss Steele. She used to be on ESPN. You know what I'm talking about?
I know she is. The dumb broad that been on ESPN and thinks she white.
Yeah, exactly. Miss Steele, where
Sage
Steele, where she now is putting on Byron Donaldson and the other coons in the motherfucking joint, right? So what I want y'all to do now is listen to a few clips of Byron Donaldson in his cigar joint. Me and Tony gonna break this straight down.
About the representative, the local representative, that brought up an amendment to the defense bill to reinstate a Confederate monument that has a depiction of a mammy receiving a white baby from a Confederate soldier. Of the 4 people that voted to have that reinstalled, 3 of them, 2 of them on the stage, 3 of them are black Republicans, right? Of the 4 black Republicans, 3 of them voted to yay on that. That vote almost passed. Something like 206 to 192. I don't understand, from descendants of black slaves, why you think that isn't a principled position. So I think when we talk about to black men, it seems deceptive to come in here and talk about issues and then vote what seemingly isn't based on principle.
Okay, let's stop right there. Let's break that little piece down. Now, like I was just saying, Byron Donaldson, that's trying to be vice president, right? Let's take him for example. He's a black man in the Republican Party. My man confronted him with a bill that he voted against in his district. Now, this is not our fault, right? We over here in DC and Maryland, right? He voted against the bill to take down a statue. A man confronted him with it. This is what I'm talking about when you have an open dialogue. You have somebody that don't agree with the MAGA shit. Now, on this point he making, I'm thinking, what would Byron Donaldson say to that, right? What you think? Because this is the person that said Jim Crow was cool and all that shit. We was married or whatever the fuck he was talking about in Jim Crow era. Now, if somebody confront him now, this is not the Detroit pastor shit. Somebody's confronting him with something. Like, nigga, you voted against this. Now, Tony already been telling y'all about the Republican and black people, but I'm gonna let him go ahead. Go ahead.
For one, there's no need to talk about people like Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, and people like that. Because in the black community, they've been figured out. They've been exposed. They've been called out. They can do no harm because they already been figured out. Their audience is a white audience. Their audience is a white, MAGA, racist audience. Black people don't pay no attention to them because they've been figured out. The Jim Crow comments did it. I keep trying to tell people, and I keep trying to tell everybody, stop thinking or want to believe that black people ain't stupid. I mean, black people ain't smart. That black people are stupid. That shit goes over our head. That we don't catch the bullshit that you're throwing. When you throw people out here like Byron Donalds, Tim Scott, you got dumbass wakaflocka. You got all these other dumbass people like Sexy Red. You got all of these dumbass people out here that want to act like they speak for and speak to the black community. They don't. Black people are not stupid. We are not stupid in the least.
Oh, it get worse.
I don't give a fuck about Byron Donald because he's irrelevant.
He probably vice president. You never know.
He could be vice president. He can be president. But you know what? He can do no harm because we see this coon coming. We saw him coming. He exposed himself. What you worry about is the wolf in sheep's clothing. That wolf already took off his clothing. We know what he is. He ain't shit.
Now, I don't know who this bald head dude is. You know who he is?
No.
I think he in the Congress though.
He's somebody.
This thing escalates out of hand because he is confronted by somebody who actually knows some facts, bro.
Robert E. Lee Barracks. Every single day that I walked beneath that threshold, I looked up and saw that name and thought to myself, damn, this is a great country. Because only in America you have 3 black children matriculate through the premier leadership institution of the entire world and graduate from there and live in a barracks named after a Confederate general. Only in America. And if it were named anything differently, I wouldn't have that perspective.
So let me get hold on. What he's saying is living in these joints named after these slave owners and people that fought to keep the slaves in America. He said he wouldn't have had the perspective if it wasn't there. What do you think about that?
That's bullshit too.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with these two, bruh? He actually said if he didn't, bruh, at this point, they just talking. They just want to be up in Trump's ass. You're not making no sense as far as black people is concerned. Like, nigga, y'all out there as far as black people concerned. Y'all not talking to us.
If you want the perspective, read a damn book.
Like,
talk to your grandparents, talk to your great grandparents. You will get the real life perspective. This shit these two dumbasses are talking, it's garbage. It's just garbage. It's garbage talk from two garbage individuals. That's all it is.
My man went and continued and started talking about other shit with these two Byron Donald and whatever the fuck got heated about the Jim Crow shit.
Pay our kids on the opportunity. We're talking about vouchers. You're talking about things that's still going to cost more money.
The point I'm making is that I actually do understand.
You don't
I totally
understand. It's
recognize
obvious.
the value of
It's
that.
obvious.
And what I want to say is, at no point in time will I ever be a victim. That's why I'm
Everybody
sitting
has a
here right
story,
now.
is my
And
point.
I don't care what the name
What
of
are
the
you
statue
going to
was,
do?
and I don't care what the name
Everybody
of the
has
building
opinions.
is.
What are you going to do?
I don't care what the name of the building is because
I'm a black
I
man. This is a
am
conversation
not.
for black men. And all I hear is people that are non-black trying to hustle you.
That's a good point right there.
If you're a business owner, then animated explainer videos are the best way to capture attention.
Oh,
get more
black man,
followers,
you here to talk to
and
black
drive
men,
more sales.
right? He here to talk to black men, right? And all I got is black, non-black people pulling me away and telling me to be quiet. Why? And ain't you here for me? You know what I'm saying, Doc? You here to talk to me, ain't you? You know what I'm saying, Doc? And the fact that
we're required,
they let him talk and talk and talk without no mic, right? Pay attention. It's no mic. He has no mic. So you really can't understand what he's saying, right? Why not give him a mic so you understand, Sage, whoever run this shit, right? So you being disrespectful to him at the whole time because you hear the dialogue, but you're not giving him a mic to dialogue with him. Where he got to scream and talk where you still can't hear him, and then all you hear is Baron Downs saying the bullshit out his fucking mouth.
What are you going to do?
I don't care what the building is because
I'm a black
I
man. This is a
am
conversation
not.
for black men, and all I hear is people that are non-black trying to hustle me. I can't hear from my family.
I think
I can't hear
we had security.
But I'm getting all the stories.
I need you to talk with respect. My goodness, this is not kindergarten.
All right, right there.
Bitch, please.
Right there. This hoe. See this sister? Right there. It's the problem with the black conservative pussies and women, as you can see with Sage. Why would she stop main man and say you gotta talk respect? He haven't cussed once, did he? I ain't hear no cuss words. It's just the fact he has no mic.
Look, it's about
He has no mic.
you got a segment in this country.
Do you think he was disrespectful?
No, he wasn't disrespectful.
Like what?
He was saying he was look. She was more disrespectful to him than he was to her. Or
Yeah.
Because if you brought the people there and you wanted to hear and you wanted to talk to the people and you wanted to hear how the people felt, this is why you dumb motherfuckers in the Republican Party can never ever get past 18 to 20%. And never get to 20% for real. You get around 18, 17, 18% of the black vote because you don't fucking listen. When you don't come and you don't talk to black people. You don't talk to people of color, period. You don't talk to black people. You don't talk to Latino people. You don't talk to Indian people. You don't talk
They
to
right
anybody.
there. He right there. Confront him. Talk.
But when you finally do come
shit.
and someone will express how they feel and what's on their mind, then it's going off into disrespect and this, that, and the third. You don't want to hear it. That is why you will never, never, never get the black vote in any substantial numbers because of shit like that. That's the problem.
Real fucking simple, bro.
That's the problem. And if you don't believe me, keep doing what you're doing and fuck around and find out. Plain and simple.
It's real simple, bro. When they sat in that motherfucking or whatever the fuck it is, cigar joint the whole time and defended all the Jim Crow shit and all that shit in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Then he gonna try to tell him, oh, the media twist my words. Why did he keep saying that? Man, Tony broke down that whole shit he said. He said it.
Look.
Like when this nigga started saying the media took the words out and all this, he trying to filibuster, bro. He said that shit. It's just the bottom fucking line.
The media didn't take out anything. The problem is, and the next problem is, problem number 495 is you have a bunch of black people who think that if you run around in the Republican Party and you think that you're accepted by the white establishment of the Republican Party, you think that you are better, bigger, you got a leg up, you ain't with the rest of us. You are deeper in the shit than we are because we recognize. We've been recognized. If they will not do, and listen to me now, if they every 4 years hoodwink their own people, and I'm talking about the poor whites that's in the same boat as poor blacks. They hoodwink these people every fucking year and gives them nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. What the fuck do you think they're going to do for you? They got you dumbasses out there parading you around in your sapsucker suit, thinking you are going to, if they look at you a successful black man and they'll come on over here if you speak to them. No, because you don't speak to us. And when you speak to us, you don't speak our language. You do not know our language. You just don't. You may have at one point, but a lot of you motherfuckers have forgot where the fuck you came from. So,
speaking of that,
so don't get it twisted. If you want black people to listen to you, I suggest you listen to us. Plain and simple.
not only that, stop being a motherfucking mouthpiece and propaganda piece for Republicans, bruh. Like when there's some racial shit going on, just because you're a Republican don't mean you can't speak out for the George Floyd shit. That puts you in a fucking camp of a racist when you start not fighting for black issues. Me and Tony don't have no problem with nobody being conservative. It's just when you skipping over the black issues is where the problem come in for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you got motherfucking wakaflocka bitch ass, right? I don't know if you even heard of this here. So he got a concert, right? Where he screams to everybody and say, if you vote for Biden, get out. So after I play this, I want to get your motherfucking thoughts on this dumbass shit. They give us some work to do. There's a lot of these clown ass niggas out here, bro.
Biden voters to get out. See y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. We're gonna see y'all at the Pingo game.
Now I'm playing it again for y'all.
All my Joe Biden voters to get out. See y'all.
What he said was, I want all y'all Joe Biden voters to get out. See ya. Now, first of all, your fat ass has never been a good rapper. First of all, now you're just a fat ass rapper. First of all. Second. Third, bruh, you and your mother has no fucking sense. And anybody remember, his mother was on Love and Hip Hop, and she tried to get everybody together one day. She lied to everybody, talking about everybody was going to talk about politics, and the whole time it's some Trump shit. Something that y'all been seeing lately. You know what I'm saying, dog? So him and his mother been an asshole kisser of a redneck orange demon since the beginning. Him, he don't know about politics. He's just falling behind his fucking mother, who don't know what the fuck she talking about. Period. At some point, people got research. And there's no way your bitch ass can understand. And first of all, think that Trump being president is good for black people. So you're a dumbass, bitch ass nigga for even saying that dumb shit. Second, this shit is in Utah, Seattle, where your bitch ass said that at. Who in your crowd? Who leaving? You bitch ass nigga? Come in DC and say that. Say, anybody Biden fan, get out of here. See what happened to your bitch ass. Go to New York and say, anybody Biden fan, get out of here. See what happened to your bitch ass. You don't go to Utah and say that dumb ass shit? Let me guess, you gonna go to Kentucky and say it next? You bitch ass nickel. Fuck out of these washed up bullshit ass C rappers. Are the fucking worst. Run around here trying to get some motherfucking clout off these tours in other countries and shit, and then talk shit about a motherfucking president that's doing a lot for the black culture, you bitch ass nigga. Do your research, you and your mother, you bitch ass motherfuckers.
Well, what I got to say about that? All I got to say about a jackass like that is he's a jackass. He's definitely not an A-list celebrity. No, he's not a B-list celebrity.
Never was.
He may not even be a C-list celebrity.
Never was.
Look.
Never could be.
The media, I don't think people realize how the mainstream media is playing a lot of people. Every time they talk to somebody that's allegedly as an alleged celebrity and that supported Trump, you get these D-list rappers, you get these washed up celebrities. Look,
He don't know what he talking about.
Nobody that got anything going on puts their name on this campaign. They just don't. They just don't. And people like wakaflocka, them two clowns in Detroit, Sexy Red, that's a dumb broad. These people, they are a distraction. They are being used as a distraction. Because the more people, or the more times they can throw them out there to say something inflammatory, to get on TMZ, to get some damn mainstream newscaster who really don't know what's going on, or who don't know who's hot and who's not. Every time you do this, it distracts from the issues, the real issues. Just like this shit for the last 2 weeks about Biden's age. Yes, it's a concern. Nobody said it. Nobody never said it wasn't a concern. But the media, mainstream media, jumped at the chance to really put it out there because of whatever reason. It's okay.
They've been milking this shit too.
And it distracts from the real fucking the real story. You talk about somebody, you talk about a man who was you claim was slow, was stuttering. Where did he lie at? Where did he not tell the truth at? Tell me.
But why would wakaflocka want to support this shit?
Because
he don't even know what he's doing.
Because wakaflocka needs attention.
Man.
wakaflocka needs and wants attention. His career, he's a one-hit wonder. He only had one fucking song and everybody know. No Hands. That's it. He's a one-hit wonder. He needs, look, the one thing they tell you in motherfucking marketing and advertisement, there's no such thing as bad press. All press is good press. As long as your name is out there and you can get your name out there, it's a good thing. I mean, people are talking about you. People like wakaflocka and such, they need people to talk about them. What the fuck they got going on? Well, people don't want to realize it. And then you get hit with the okie doke, and we sitting here talking about clowns like this when we should be talking about really talking about issues that pertain to poor people, sick people, rebuilding this country, immigration, healthcare. It is issues out there, abortion, a woman's right to choose, the Supreme Court. It is serious issues in this campaign. And for every minute you waste talking about a motherfucking debate 2 weeks ago. What was it, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. Well, a week ago, week and a half, or whatever the fuck. Oh, about 2 weeks. I don't know what the fuck. I'm lost too. I'm about as flabbergasted as Joe Biden was.
Down pile of crap. Yeah, it's a bad guy. He just quit, you know. He's quitting the race. Is that right? Yep, I got him out of the race. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic. She's just so fucking bad. So I just can't imagine. But can you imagine that guy dealing with Putin and the president of China, who's a fierce person? He's a fierce man, a very tough guy. And they see him, they probably can't. But they just announced he's probably quitting. Good. Yeah, that's amazing. Just keep knocking him out. Huh?
If you like
Yeah, girl.